Hello friends, welcome to our next topic, that is transition length or transition curve. So firstly, we will study setting out of transition length or transition curve. In this diagram, you can see a circular curve in the center and the transition length is on the either side, and then the tangent is followed. At the starting, that is at the left, that is PC, that is point of curvature, and then the HIP, that is PI, horizontal point of intersection, and the PT, point of tangency. So PC, HIP and PT is the tangent, and HIP is the point of intersection of the two tangents, and the transition or the and circular curve is inscribed in these two tangent. Here circular length is of length LC, and the tangent or the transition length of LS. The ES is the apex distance from HIP point to the center of the circular curve, and the transition length is from TP, that is the tangent point, to the start of the circular curve and end of the circular curve to PT, that is tangent point of tangency. The transition length on the either side of the circular curve. This is provided due to when a vehicle negotiates a curve, the centrifugal force acts on it. This centrifugal force should be gradually increased, and it will reach a maximum value, and after reaching a maximum value it should gradually decrease. Due to this, the vehicle does not experience a sudden jerk due to centrifugal force. That is why the transition length or introduction of transition length plays a vital role. If we do not implement or if we do not introduce transition length, then a sudden jerk or sudden force will be applied on the circular curve, which will be made discomfort in the passengers, and a chance of skidding will occur. So that is why transition length is provided in from the tangent to the circular curve. So here, as you can see, that is the shift of the transition curve. That is, if we extend a circular curve to some extent, then the distance or the difference between the tangent, that is TP, to the extended circular curve, it is the shift of the transition curve. And the TS, you can see, is the tangent distance, and here delta is the delta C and delta theta A and theta B. Total is the deflection angle. Delta C is for a circular curve, and theta A and theta B is for the transition length 1 and transition length 2, which total sum up is the total deflection angle, that is delta C for circular plus theta A and theta B. So this is a typical layout of setting of the transition curve. So transition length can be calculated from the following methods. Maximum is selected for design. First we will study rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. At the tangent point, radius is infinite, and hence centrifugal acceleration is 0. As there is no curve, this straight road is there, no centrifugal force will act, and the radius is infinite for the straight tangent, so and hence centrifugal acceleration is 0. At the end of the transition, the radius is r, and the r has a minimum value of r. When the transition length is set out from the starting of the end of the tangent length to the start of the circular curve, this means that when the transition length is started, that is from the straight tangent point, its radius is infinite, and when the transition length comes to end, that is the circular curve begins. It has a radius of circular curve. A rate of change of centrifugal acceleration should be adopted such that the design should not cause discomfort to the driver. That is, it should be gradually introduced. If c is the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, it can be written as, this is explained in the next slide detailed. The second is a rate of introduction of superelevation. The rate of change of superelevation, that is longitudinal grade developed at the pavement edge compared to those grade along center line, should be such as not to cause discomfort to travelers or to maintain the road appear unsightfully. The rate of change should be steeper than 1 in 150 for plain and rolling terrain and 1 in 60 for mountainous terrain. That is, if 1 vertical then 150 horizontal, that should be the rate of introduction of transition. Then this third is IRC rational formula. Types of transition curve. There are 3 types of transition curve. The spiral or clothoid, which is used in Indian highways, cubical parabola, which is used in railways, and lemniscate. The cubical parabola, the spiral or the clothoid is adopted in the Indian highways as the length is inversely proportional to radius of the curve. These are the 3 types of transition curve: spiral or clothoid, cubical parabola, and lemniscate. This is the condensed formulas of all the 3 methods. First we will study the shift of transition curve, that is L square upon 24R. L is the length of the transition curve and R is the radius of the horizontal curve. The transition curve is derived from the 3 methods, that is based on the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, IRC method, and based on equation of superelevation. So whichever is the maximum is been selected as the length of transition curve. So we will study first, that is the based on the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. As the diagram beside you can see, at center there is a circular curve and transition curve is on the either side. So LS for this is LS means length of transition curve is equal to V cube upon CR. Here V is in meter per seconds and CR. C is the centrifugal acceleration. C is equal to 80 upon 75 plus V, where here V is in kmph. The second is IRC method. IRC method has been divided into 2 for plain terrain and mountainous or steep terrain. Plain terrain has a formula of LS is equal to 2.7 V square upon R. Here V is in kmph and R is in meter. And for mountainous and steep terrain, LS is equal to V square upon R. And the third is based on elevation of super elevation. Based on super elevation. Super elevation is E is equal to sine theta. Here sine theta by this triangle you can see H upon B. This is nothing but the B is the total width of the road inclined at an angle theta, that is the outer edge is inclined as compared to the outer edge is raised as compared to the inner edge by the height H, inclined at an angle theta. Therefore super elevation is E is equal to sine theta, that is H by B. From this H is equal to E into B, that is super elevation E into B, that is the width of the road. This third step is divided into 2 types, that is rotation of the road, at inner edge and rotation at center edge, that is pivot point is at center and pivot point is at inner edge. So when the pivot point is at inner edge, then Ls is equal to Nh, that is EBN. Since H is equal to E into B, the formula comes Ls is equal to EBN. E is the super elevation, B is the width of the road, N is the introduction of super elevation, that is 1 in 150 for plain and rolling terrain. Rotation at, then the next is rotation at center. Here the same formula is applied but divided by 2. Since it is in pivoted by the center, therefore divided by 2 is applied. Then the maximum of the three is adopted as the length of the transition curve. Here I have mentioned the three types of transition curve, that is cubic parabola, lemniscate and spiral. The inner one is spiral and the middle one is that like a dumbbell shape, it is lemniscate, and the outer one is cubical parabola. Here the spiral curve is adopted in Indian highway as length is inversely proportional to the radius of the curve. This is the condensed formula I have collected so that you don't need to refer here and there. Please refer this and study this formula for the 3 steps or the 3 methods to derive transition length. Now the numerical on transition curve. Numerical on transition curve is mostly asked. We have a numerical. A national highway passing through rolling terrain in heavy rainfall area has a horizontal curve of radius 500 meter. Design the length of the transition curve assuming suitable data. So solution. For a national highway on rolling terrain in heavy rainfall area, the following data may be assumed as per standard practice. Rolling speed of 80. As the national highway, the rolling on rolling terrain, the design speed is 80. Normal pavement width of 7 meters has been adopted, and allowable rate of introduction of super elevation is 1 in 150. If it is hilly area, then it should be in 1 in 60. But since it is plain and rolling terrain, we have adopted 1 in 150. Pavement to be rotated about the inner edge to effect the better drainage in highway rainfall area. And the solution is allowable rate of change of centrifugal acceleration ranges from 0.5 to 0.6, that is C is equal to 80 upon 75 plus V, which comes to between 0.5 to 0.8. As the value of C is between 0.5 to 0.8, it is accepted for design. Now we will calculate length of transition curve by rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. The formula is Ls is equal to VQ upon CR. Here by 0.0215 is the conversion factor for the cubic velocity. Which comes to be 42.3. Length of transition curve by rate of introduction of super elevation. E is equal to V square upon 225 R. Here we get the value of super elevation is 0.057. As the value is less than 0.07, super elevation rate of 0.07 may be accepted for design. And extra widening of the curve, assuming 2 lane and wheel base of 6 meter. We is equal to NL square upon 2R, ignore the Q, plus V upon 9.5 into square root of R. By inputting the values, we get extra widening is of 0.45 meter. Total width of the pavement is 7 plus 0.45, that is comes to be 7.45 meter. Length of transition curve based on rate of introduction of super elevation at a rate of 1 in 150. Then the next formula of super elevation is Ls is equal to EBN. Here B is 7.45, E is 0.057, and N is rate of introduction of super elevation, that is 150, which comes to be 63.7. This is the second method. First method is this: Ls is equal to V cube upon CR. and we have calculated E and extra widening, so that we can calculate super elevation E and the total width of the pavement, which comes to be 7.45. This is the second method of length of transition. And then the rational method given by empirical formula by RC. LS is equal to 2.7 V square upon R for plain and rolling terrain, which comes to be 34.6 meter. Then by analyzing the all three, that is the IRC empirical formula, by introduction rate of change of super elevation, by change of centrifugal acceleration, the maximum, which comes to be 63.7, that is 64 meter. Therefore, design length of transition curve is LS is 64 meter. So this is a very important topic in transportation engineering, that is a transition curve or design of transition curve. So this is an important topic and mostly it is asked in exam. So please focus on this topic. So this is the end of the transition length. Thank you for watching the video.